All right, we're just getting all this set up, and cue the drums. All right, we are officially live, and should probably bring the homies back in on this. All right, there we go. Now we're officially live, and everybody is here. Well, not everybody. Charles.
Yeah, I'm stepping away
will
again.
Be connecting and reported again. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C. Through the Heart, episode 12. Woo! Look at you guys go. I'm going to recap, and then we're just going to dive right into it. So, last session began with you guys figuring out that Pax had been led into a trap, and she was captured and missing. You guys began searching for her through the city of Dawkinsdale, and found her in a slum of a neighborhood called Lesser Sword Way. And through investigating the building, you saw that it was a hobo's nest that basically that she was being held in. But there was a secret upstairs room where a local gang had made their headquarters out of, and had Pax tied up in a back room up there. You guys sent Icium in to negotiate and discuss, and things went south very quickly as Icium saw that she was currently being tortured, and Pax was not cracking under torture, and he decided to kill her and instead start torturing Icium. Icium called you guys for help, and that's where the session started. The torturer killed Pax, well, attempted to, lunging a dagger through her heart. Icium healed her, and they began to scuffle in the room up top. The party itself organized and stormed a death gauntlet that this gang had set up, and push forward to the top part of the hobo's nest, I guess, or the base that you guys were in. And as you guys were pushing forward, Icium polymorphed Pax into a massive stone creature. She fell through the floor, breaking the foundation of the second floor that she was in, and crushing several people below her. However, being polymorphed, she had a new health pool to work with, so she wasn't dying every other turn of this guy stabbing her. Icium and Pax continued to struggle, with him nearly killing Pax at least 3 more times throughout that encounter, but the gods of dice would not let her die. When Icium finally ran out of healing spells and she was unconscious, she rolled a nat 20 on her death saving throw and got back up. The rest of the party, though, as they're fighting through this gauntlet, none of them had an official blue contract to be killing any of the people they were killing, and the party used excessive force, blasting and smashing their way through, with the cleric Lydia herself accidentally killing a person too. once you guys were reunited with Pax, Lydia explained to you guys basically that's what, even though you guys were defending yourselves, the force and the murders that were all committed here were all breaking the laws of Dockensdale, and that she would take the fall for you guys. From there, you guys decided that you needed to get Pax someplace safe and took her back to your guild headquarters. And later that evening, you were informed that Order 647. For a second, I was thinking it was 67, and I was just like, wait a second, I wouldn't make it that close. Order 47.
Order 66.
Order 47 had all been arrested, and I'm in watch, the Tower of the Supreme Light, and that they were requesting to talk to you guys on the morning of the 21st.
Is that today?
Yes, we're finishing up the 20th. Yes.
You have to invite Zendeo to the Roll20.
Alrighty, I'll let him sit on that. I just gave him permissions tonight, so you know he can listen in with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's playing with us.
Yeah. Not yet. I haven't interviewed who your guys' next person's gonna be.
Oh, we're getting a new person?
Yeah. I've moved the other groups up to 6 people, and it's just been super duper pleasant. You know, having a party that can function, you know, more than like one because life happens. I understand that. And so many parties are crippled if, you know, one person's missing. Like, if I control Carter, you guys are all dying, you know? If I control Lummigrass,
Carter,
you guys are all dying. If I control Altus, he's not killing all of you guys accidentally.
I control Carter, you're all dying. How? You just stand him in front and say rage, and the problem is solved.
I mean, when I control player characters, you know, I'm controlling not only the player characters, but, you know, sometimes an upwards of like a dozen NPCs. So I'm not tactically thinking like the most efficient move for every single character on the board. Of just like, okay, he's got this
Carter.
I wanted to pass off the investigation of who's been resurrected to somebody else, a guild member.
Which one? You should know them all by name. Because
should I?
You should. Because like
you've been living here for about a week and a half. So
there's only 6 guild members here, man. I think. I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure it's 6.
6.
Yeah, you guys have, and actually,
1, 2,
group,
3, 4.
Group NPCs, Group C, Through the Heart, Eyes of the Magtiff.
Is 5 or is 4 or 5?
Yeah, you have 5 guild members.
That was off by one.
Well,
See,
you have 4. You have 4 guild members that aren't you guys. Then you have Icium, Altus, Lummigrax, and Hrogny.
I thought Lummigrax was part of the Grax attack.
He is. You can be a part of multiple guilds, and
you can? Oh, cool.
Yeah, and a Lil Nagai. Unless, you know, the guild that you join is like, you need to represent us at all times and only us. And then, you know, then you're in a different boat. Alright, so it is the evening of the 20th of Priestess. You guys are back at your guild hall, and the messenger came by in the night, gave the message to Lysina. She relayed it to Carter and whoever else was around at the time. If you guys want to do anything tonight, you can. Otherwise, we will skip on to the next day.
I won't get drunk.
Hey, you have that ability. You have wine in your guild house.
I do have poisoned wine at the guild house.
Oh, I thought you threw that one out.
I did. I told a guard, like, I handed it to a guard and told him to deal with it. I don't know what he did with it.
Yeah, he disposed of it.
I want to gather Lysina, Altus, Pax, and myself for a meetup.
Not Grax.
No.
I mean, Grax as well.
Yes.
Fuck it. I want to invite everyone for a meetup.
I'm too drunk to care.
All right. So, you guys are gathered once again in your in the dining area that your hirelings had set up for you. In the bottom of your guild hall, underneath the tower.
Okay. So everybody, we kind of need to get up in the morning and go rescue Lydia.
A jailbreak, you say?
No.
I can do those.
And explain to her father
That we killed a bunch of men and that we won her out of jail.
No. I know how we can explain this. What we tell them is that this was an operation of the Nazareth. This was official Nazareth business because Pax is a Nazareth agent. He was captured by these people.
I feel like we would have to bring Pax along with us.
They asked her ass to come anyways.
Yeah, the request specifically was to speak with Pax, not you guys.
Exactly. But Pax was captured, and we were hired by Pax via Nazaram orders to protect this woman. We went in and did our jobs. The Agent 47 from Hitman Blood Money happened to be there and decided to help and was gracious enough to help escort the citizens out while we did our job.
You mean escort the citizens out? I think you meant murder.
No, only one was murdered, and we'll swing it that one of us murdered it.
I murdered it.
Pax looks, as all this conversation is, going on, she looks like gone to hell and back and just completely shaken. And she's gonna pipe up and say, I crushed several people.
See? We're not good people. That's a bad
Everything that had to happen for everyone here to make it out alive. It's no one's
Everything that
fault.
has happened in this world is our fault.
We're not good people, but we're not bad people either.
We
No, we're
murdered a
pretty
bunch
bad.
of people, Grax.
Well,
Grax, I smashed Grax, I smashed someone's skull against the wall like a watermelon.
We're the bad guys.
I'm pretty sure that calls us bad people.
Maybe we could use this as a way to turn a new leaf.
Nope, I'm still gonna smash people's heads against the walls like watermelons.
Well, I was gonna say maybe we could call for diplomacy.
Well,
I don't know what that word means.
I think you guys are looking at this in the wrong way. Because we happen to be in a pretty good situation to just say, we have a person with us with a blue contract. That just requires a certain one of us to be convincing.
Well, the problem with that is the blue contract only works for that person.
No, because
Not
I
all of us.
hired all of you under me. So, by...
But it's on document that you work for me.
But under the blue contract, all we have to do is write up a bit of paper and say that you guys worked for me on this mission. And
No, we
have
don't
to
even need to
kill
do
them
that.
back.
We can just say that everyone who died was at Altus's hand or Orinia's hands. My
That's
apologies.
hard to swing. Look at him.
I mean, he will be the
Into my
small
skull.
He
Actually,
will not have that goddamn skull.
I am not leaving my skull.
Altus did have the highest kill count at 3.
Yeah, but did he have the brutal kill count?
I mean, I did freeze people to death.
I did kind of like.
Pretty brutal.
I did kind of Goomba stomp somebody with the head of them all.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
Now-
what you're saying is disguise myself, get up to the high light man, and throw the skull at him.
No, I am
Wait,
not.
whose skull? Your skull or my skull?
The skull that I've owned. You know.
You own a
Skullby.
skull?
Yeah, Skullby.
Who?
I got a disease
The
from
skull
it.
Altus has been carrying around for like 3 sessions.
I forgot about it. I'm too drunk to remember things.
But
All right, glowy boy. What? Just a minute.
Say what again?
Another.
Say what one more time, motherfucker.
What's the plan? Fuck.
okay, so what we can do here is we can have you disguise yourself as Orinia, and we can have you say that you're the one who committed the murders, or if we as a group don't think Altus is capable of being convincing,
I can convince anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I convinced
Then-
that.
we can go there and say that those lives were tragically lost. It wasn't anyone's fault, but it was self-defense to protect the life of an innocent. And anything that happened was an accident.
Pax, you haven't killed anybody, have you?
She squished a couple people.
You haven't not accidentally killed anybody, have you?
It was a complete accident, the people she squished.
I'm pretty sure we traumatized the fuck out of her.
Yeah, I don't think
As you guys are,
Nothing compared to what we did to her.
yeah, as you guys are like talking, you know, she's just kind of staring off in the distance, and she's gonna look up and say, "What?"
I put the skull in front of her face and say, "You don't go around murdering, do ya?"
Oh my god.
She's going to shake her head and say, "No, I've been investigating under, or rather, as discreetly as I've been able to in the city."
That last yesterday was.
And we also let the Supreme Light know how important our investigation was when we last spoke with him. I think that we can just go and explain ourselves and we might be okay.
If anything, we can sacrifice Drax.
Hey!
No.
Again.
I mean, and I lean really close to everyone and then point over at a corner of the room to distract Altus. If anyone needs to take a fall, it's Altus.
The sad thing is that probably worked.
Well, even better. I could get money for both of them.
I want to see a roll for that.
Someone else is going to have to take care of my role. I'm in the position of transitioning to a car.
All right. Let's see. Group C. Icium.
Performance. I argue that it's a performance instead of a sleight of hand.
It's both.
It is a deception.
Oh, okay.
It worked.
I've got good deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
Great.
It worked so well. Carter looked just like, what?
So, Drax.
Did I get a nat 20 on it?
No, you got a 21.
21.
I do have to
Oh,
ask
okay.
you something, Bradley. Icium Sheet has them at 1,050 health points or HP.
Oh my god.
One
I
second, I
wish.
can't understand.
Why are we putting Carter in the front of the battle?
Yeah, what's his actual health supposed to be at?
Okay, I think I'm back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, ICM's at 1,050 hit points. What's his actual HP supposed to be at?
It was 15 after the battle.
Okay.
What's his total HP?
1,060.
I think I accidentally hit 2 zeros. My bad.
That's still not
Good.
where he is.
Alright, so, what's the game plan for the night?
Get drunk, go to sleep, throw up in ICM's room, and then...
I'm going to light it on fire.
As long as I passed off that task to somebody else, I'm good.
Well, my thing is,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
if
gonna
we accidentally let Grax take the fall for it, and then we accidentally let Grax go to jail, Grax can accidentally kill a bunch of guards with a sword that he can pull out of thin fucking air, and then Grax can free Lydia.
I mean, that's a plan.
And I can get the money for him.
I don't know if it's a good plan.
Wait,
I'd be like, hey, look! It's like, hey, look, I found the child killer.
No. We've already turned him in and collected that bounty.
No, we didn't.
we didn't get the bounty for that. We went to jail because somebody had to pick up a sword, and then somebody had to go and try and steal it, you know.
Hey
No,
now.
Y'all were all a bunch of thieving
the bounty on
assholes.
Grax. I know for a fact we did because I have that gold.
Oh, why is that not in my coffers?
Well, you see, what happened was it was handed to me.
Huh. So, what about you, Pax? Do you have any ideas?
She's gonna look up again, as if coming out of the trance, and she's gonna shake her head and say, I've written my embassy back, and she's gonna say, Cardrin's been ahead of me at every step since I've been in Dockensdale. I've no doubt he has somebody inside the government feeding him information. I've done all I can. I've assessed the situation. While I can, I'm leaving Dockensdale with my life intact.
Is there anything else you have learned, or are we still on the go after Cardrin to find more information route?
Pax is going to nod and say somebody in the government's working with him.
Okay, Pax, do me a deal right now. I know you have the authority to do this, I think, maybe. Pay me enough money to keep this place running for another month, and I'll go and drag Cardrin's ass here.
We've done a really good job of doing everything else we said we'd do.
I actually know her. I think I know her.
I saved your life.
We unleashed an ancient evil.
We did not do that.
Quick question. Is
Whatever
there a
happened?
magical spell that can cure PTSD?
Yeah, so let's say that's magically drugging somebody, essentially.
Well, I could always use suggestion and suggest her to stop.
Stop being sad about almost dying 4 times in a row.
I don't think that's how that works.
Killing a bunch of people.
I'm just saying, there should be a spell that's just like cure PTSD. It's just like
Wait. No, we could use that therapy where you make him kind of go through it. So I could use Major Image to make an image of her as a giant monkey thing falling on all those people again. Actually,
I'm going to recognize, or I'm going to recommend that Pax go and get the spell Heal cast on herself, because it cures in any kind of insanity, and she definitely has PTSD.
To clarify, it did that in 3.5.
Heal
It just restores 70 HP.
who?
And almost every status condition.
I mean, I'm sure there are people who know heal.
This spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any disease affecting the target.
A mental disorder is a disease.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
Not by D&D mechanics.
Not by real life mechanics either. No.
Alright, so, the game plan is, begging Pax to pay you guys.
I get my disguise kit out and I start putting on the lady parts.
I'd start putting on the lady parts.
Grax watches.
What?
Frogny watches and takes her to the appointment.
Y'all, what is up with my guild? What did I commit myself to?
Frogny's not in it, so does
All I see as a young Carter. I'm gonna run the most prestigious guild and we'll end slavery and we will bring valor and honor to our
Nope, that's not what young Carter was like at all. It was more like, move that cart, slave! Shah! Is what it was.
Yeah. I put on the lady parts and start becoming Iridia again. So that we can go and fool the Supreme Light and definitely not throw Grax under a bus immediately.
Oh, thanks.
Definitely.
Frogny
All right.
says that's disgusting.
Yeah. Roll me a check using your disguise kit. It should be under your tool proficiencies. As you guys are doing this, it is pretty much like one of your worst attempts ever, like donning this disguise.
The wig's on backwards.
I mean, do we recognize that? If he rolled really low, I think we would recognize that and tell him to do it again.
Well, you do recognize it, but at this, Pax is going to stand up and say, I'm going to bed. Wake me up when you guys decide to go to Iman Watch tomorrow.
I mouse good night with the skull.
That's probably not good for our health. Or mine. I'm gonna need you to stop.
Lysina, who's been here this whole time just scribing, is gonna look to Carter and say, shall I throw away all of the stuff involving mentions of jailbreak and circumventing the law?
For the love of God, you were writing all that down?
Isium brought Orinia, or Lysina, Pax, and all the guild members together.
Why were you writing this?
It's her job!
Even if it's a job.
Okay.
Alright, actually,
The illegal shit.
I'm going to roll a percentage die. Above 50%, it was Lysina. Below 50%, it was Tia Lee. Below 50%, it was Tia Lee. Tia Lee would actually not suggest throwing away all the illegal stuff because she sees it all the time.
No, okay. Everything that you wrote down that we just said tonight, we're gonna go ahead and tear up and burn.
Can I get the one about the jailbreak? 'Cause that's my
No! That's what we call a paper trail, and we don't want that.
I cast Firebolt on the papers.
She was getting ready to yield them, like, handing them over, and you cast that. Roll me an attack roll.
Yes.
They are still in her hand.
So that's fine.
Christ.
It's a firebolt. It's not like I'm fireballing her. She's fine.
Nat 1 on a spell attack.
Please do.
Oh, no. Oh,
You
God.
yeah, 15. So, she's going to be handing off these papers towards Carter, and you are just going to incinerate them out of her hands, and she is going to retract, like, quickly, and the other things she's holding are going to fly up in this room around her. There are papers, ash, and scraps kind of, like, billowing on the table. She's going to look towards Altus with like a very shocked expression and say, "I'm your scribe!"
You're his scribe, I say while moving the skull's mouth.
And she points to the floor and says, "Your building! Your guild!"
No! My building!
Guild! His building.
Alright.
Anyways, I know what you're trying to get at. Arcadia, don't do that again! It's like hurting children!
Rodney says that she prefers the term hurting cats.
No! Children! Cats have
Cat,
more
can we get a cat
sense!
for the guild hall?
No!
Oh. Getting
I'm gonna ask Healy to make sure to wake me up early tomorrow so I can go there with Pax to speak on Lydia's behalf and go to bed.
Alright. Icium leaves with Pax departs. Mealy is there until dismissed. Artealy is there until dismissed.
I would like to leave to hunt down a cat.
Teely, go to bed.
Alright, she bows and says, "Yes, Guildmaster." And
Whatever, go do whatever you want. I don't care at this point. I have no control over this anymore. I lost control long ago.
Altus can go out into the streets of Dockensdale and try and catch a cat. Note, if you do too much tonight, you will be suffering from a level of exhaustion moving into the morning.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, roll me a survival check to try and find one.
Survival check to find a cat.
Yeah, you're in a major city. I mean, they're not uncommon, you know, as far as like hunting rats and stuff. Yeah, you're not going to be able. You are going to be able to like, you know, occasionally see these cats around town. Occasionally, you know, moving down alleyways and just, you know, through the night. However, you're not going to be proficient enough or be able to corner one of these things whatsoever.
Wait. Can I throw my skull that I have to knock one out and bring it back with me?
Good lord.
No, you can't. You can. You don't get in range of any of these within 30 feet. Throwing the skull is like an improvised weapon or something. I mean, you can try and hit one of these cats, but they're tiny, they're small, and they're moving. And I mean, that's pretty much the worst way to try and tame an animal. You can go for it if you'd like.
You have spells that would assist here.
Not really. Oh, wait. Can I disguise myself as a cat to trick the other cat?
Okay, let's just stop it.
I mean, I can
Furries have
storm a
now
cat.
been introduced.
We are already at a point of meanage that is too
what
far.
am I doing? I can just use suggestion on the cat.
Oh my god.
That's Brandon about Woody.
One of you just stop him now, please.
Can I cast suggestion on the cat to...
Is there like a button I click to like just annihilate somebody?
You can cast suggestion on the cat. I used a scorching ray and a I used a scorching ray and an ice storm from your character after you left that last session, just to make sure you know it's marked off your sheet. You can cast suggestion on the cat. Do you want to suggest for it to come with you?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought that would do a roll. I'm sorry.
No, you don't. It can't understand the language you speak.
I yell and send it into the cat, and then I walk back.
Alright, all of this, all in all, probably takes you about an hour and a half of running around the Riverway. that is going to cut into, you know, the time that you have to sleep.
So, like, if I wanted to, say, throw a, like, a hatchet at him, like, would that kill him, or can we say that's non-lethal, or...
How do you non-lethally throw a hatchet?
You can...
I mean, I aimed and hit him with the handle.
There is, so non-lethal damage this edition, there is no non-lethal, damage. They changed it to there are...
damage?
It is called, it's called non-lethal strikes, or I forget the exact name of it, but essentially all damage does the same damage until, the hit would incapacitate the target, and they would go under 0, or under 1 HP. You can designate the final hit that, brings a target, below 0 as, non-lethal, damage, and it would just knock them unconscious.
I'm gonna pass on it, because knowing me, I'm gonna accidentally crit and it's gonna kill him.
I was honestly just gonna Scorching Ray it, so it was a good choice for you to pass, because there's a very good chance I miss and hit something else.
Alright, so, tiny things, happening. Altus, walking back to the guild hall. You are going to notice there is a Rudy serving as protection and patrolling around your guys' guild hall in the middle of the night, as opposed to the 3 thugs that have been protecting your guys' guild hall during the day. Other than that, she doesn't dress you or anything else. You can simply walk by her. The rest of the party goes to sleep, and
I hit on her.
What's all to say?
I hope to God she smacks you in the head.
Hello, I find she looks like a sorceress, because she's got a staff. Is that gonna stand well?
I mean, you can go with that.
Sure. Hello, my fine sorceress. You look very enchanting, and I would love to see what you were to be able to enchant if by chance any type of rods tonight.
Aren't you, like, still dressed as, like, horribly badly dressed
Yes.
as a woman?
Yes.
Alright, so,
do I get to roll on that?
yeah, you definitely can.
I'm gonna do it as a persuasion. Did I just get sleeped?
You might have gotten sleeped. I don't know if she beat your health pool.
I don't know.
31? Do you have 31, less than 31 HP?
No, I got 38.
What's your current HP?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you're currently at 38, because
Because you took a hit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Altus took, I believe, you bare minimum took 7 damage, because they shot you once, and if you're above half HP, they dealt 2d6 plus 2d6, which I was averaging out, I was averaging out the second 2 to 7.
I'm gonna put it worst case scenarios. I put it down to 28, so I would still pass it by 2.
No, you wouldn't, because you take both. It's a total of 31. You would,
Oh, okay.
you'd go to sleep.
No! My persuasion was so high.
So you're gonna, you know, whisper to her, like, hey, you know, what can you enchant? And she's gonna respond with quite a lot, with a smile on her face. You're gonna see her start moving her hand and speaking an incantation, and you're just slowly gonna drift off.
Are we all here to witness?
She is, Altus wakes up, a minute later.
Oh, Cosby, no!
Yeah. You are actually being thrown on your bed. In addition to the Rudy, the Nicey is moving you. She's not with you. The Nicey throws you on the bed.
I lay there and think about what I've done.
I actually don't have a character sheet for the Nicey protecting your guys' guild hall. Oh, sad day. Okay, I have to make one of those.
Have you had to use anyone to protect your guild hall?
Nobody's gotten on the bad side of the Nicey and the Rudy, so.
Yeah.
Except for me.
However, that's her attack right there. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. Let's see, public. There we go.
Getting stabby.
Anyways, wait, what else is on that? Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Anyways,
it's got fucking +8 to hit, Jesus.
She's the medium security you guys bought.
I know, what's the odd?
The top is an Order of the Sun Yet. Basically Lydia's, like what Lydia's.
No, what I'm saying is like, good lord, the medium has a +8 to hit. I'd hate to see what the fucking what I could have got.
All right, so it is the 21st of Priestess. Everybody except Altus is going to be, up and moving around at the top of the morning. Pax is herself, going to be tending to her scars and other things with any sort of ointment or medicinal supplies that Carter has in the guild hall. Waiting for the party to, start moving about the city, as it's kind of unsafe for her to walk around without you guys. Lysina is going to, of course, naturally approach Carter at the top of the morning, laying out, the different jobs, the different things they have going on with the guild hall, and of course her normal routine of sign this, sign this, sign this, sign this. Thank you. All right, bye.
I'm gonna get her to just make a stamp with my signature on it.
This time she hands you 3 forms to sign, and informs you of Octus's lesson for the day that he is teaching is a lesson on the given will about the judges Nali Palia.
I'm gonna look at it like, if it has something to say about religion, stuff like that, just go ahead and forge my signature at that point. I don't care. I don't understand anything about it. Just yes.
She bows and says, you should visit him one day in one of his classes. I hear they're drawing quite the crowd.
It's like, you know what? I won't do that, but we'll say I did.
She nods and says, is there anything else, Guildmaster? Or Master Banecaller?
Sounds like masturbator. I can't get it out of my head now because you said it one time. What's her name? I forget her name. Did she ever come back from that job she went out to do?
She looks at her ledger and says, Lil Haran?
Yeah, her.
She
stopped for a job like yesterday or the day before. I don't know if she ever came back.
She shakes her head and says, no, it might be some time before she comes back. She's investigating the blue contractor that went missing.
I don't know who that is, but
she's
going like
to
a timetable or like a sheet or anything about this job.
Lysina's going to shake her head and say, no, we don't know much of anything about it. It was given to you in the stack of bounties that came from Iman Watch 2 days ago.
I would start looking for it. Is that the one that was out by what's his name? Like
yes,
out in that town?
The blue contractor hired by the Risen went missing in the Caius Coast.
Yeah, that place. Oh, she went to there. Oh, I was actually. Well, I mean, if she's doing it, I trust that her skill. I'll probably go check in on her after I do this. Maybe, I don't know. Depends if I can wrangle the group to go with me. Oh, okay, I've signed everything. If that's all, I'm gonna head off to the fucking big tower that has 1 billion steps and go talk on behalf of agents of friggin' Order 47 over there. So that's gonna be my game plan. If I get locked up or anything, I don't know. You can sleep here all you like, I don't care.
We have the place for a month.
Well, I mean, I own the place. Didn't I buy it? I'm not renting it monthly. It's more like I won't have the money to actually, like, keep it running.
Lysina bows and begins walking away.
That was easier than I thought.
Yeah, you can gather your party. Altus is noticeably sleeping later than the rest of you guys.
I'm gonna get a big ass, the coldest, like, isn't there like a river or a stream or something that goes past the Guild Hall?
Yes, you guys are actually on the, you guys are along that river right there, on that part of town.
I'm gonna get, it's probably cold as hell. I'm gonna get the biggest bucket of cold fucking water that I can and go into his room and throw it on him. Is someone knocking on my door?
Dare you?
Yeah, you going to the river, coming back with the bucket. It's gonna take you a tiny bit of time, but yeah, you do wake up Altus.
What do you want, Half-Man?
Come on, we're going to Order 47's bullshit. Come on.
We're killing children?
66.
Maybe.
It's a good thing we're bringing Grax.
Yeah, yes. I gotta start rounding up the others.
I'm gonna try and disguise myself again, by the way.
Alright, roll me a disguise check.
Hey!
Alright.
I'm a lady now.
18. You guys are able to gather up each of your members, including Pax, who of course was tending to all of the new wonderful scars she has. Seeing Pax is going to be a interesting sight. Well, actually, no, not so much. Her face and everything is fine. She is going to be, once again, more traditionally dressed as an Ardorian, covering up most of her body, which is an unconventional thing inside of a little guy. But you guys are able to gather up your party and head towards Iman Watch. Getting there and talking in the reception area to the Risen member that kind of directs you guys around to the various areas of the tower that you need to go to, is a pretty easy affair. Asking, informing them about the business that you're here on. She's going to say to you, Yes, I actually just read over that report this morning. The summons were only for the lore keeper.
Well, the lore keeper doesn't leave my sight. And that's what happened.
We were all
Where
there.
she goes,
and
I
we
go.
to speak on the behalf of Order 47.
One more time, Bradley?
We were all there, and we all wish to speak on behalf of Order 47.
Arnie's gonna whisper, ask someone. 47.
So where she goes, we go. She doesn't leave my sight anymore.
She nods and says, well, I don't know why my brain is blanking on so many words tonight.
Words are hard. Okay?
I know. The interrogation is going to be happening in Chamber 17 on the north side of the tower.
Cool.
And she's going to pull out a large tome, flipping through it. It's various areas of the tower sketched out, and she points at one and says, "I hope you guys can see yourselves there."
Oh God. Okay. Maybe.
All right. You guys navigate your way up to the room, and again, well, yeah, you guys can go straight to the room if you like, or you can go someplace else. They give you free reign in the tower. Is a public facility.
I head down directly to the room.
Alrighty.
The room is going up.
Yes. Yeah. In the room, there are two members of the School of Discipline in here, and somebody who seems to be a part of the Sun Yith. This chamber seems to be a much like your guys' balcony that overlooked the sunset over the ocean. This is a smaller one with a open kind of like half pedestal wall, or half wall and pillars in between it, looking over the north side of the city. This area is kind of dark, as that open area is the only light that gets into here. The room itself is probably just over 9 feet tall, and the floor of the top building, the door has no windows stepping into here, and the 3 other walls surrounding this place don't have any windows. So it's kind of like a shaded area that you guys are talking in. In here is just a single chair in the center of the room, with 3 benches along the back wall. The 2 Risen members are standing behind the Sun Yith member. They look at all of you stepping into the room, and they gesture to the center, or rather the Sun Yith member gestures to the center chair. Pax looks at you guys and then steps towards the chair. When she gets within about 5 feet of the chair, you see her eyes kind of like widen as she grabs her chest like lightly for a moment. Then she exhales and sits down.
I step in behind her.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. Great at those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm great at those.
You feel the same magical effect, kind of building on you, and then, you shrug it off. As you take, step in behind Pax, the Sunyeth member is going to wave a hand and say only one person needs to be in the zone at a time.
It's fine.
It's fine. I've been interrogated before.
It's like I've been in this point. It's fine.
Carter passed the save, and he is aware that Carter passed the save.
That's fine.
All right. He is going to gesture to okay, there we go. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. He's going to gesture to one of the Risen members and his hand in a circle of kind of like we're beginning. She takes out a ledger from her side and has a piece of charcoal in her hand ready to write. He asks Pax, he says, you were present for the events of the 20th of Priestess involving Order 47. Pax nods and says, and you witness Priestess Lydia Solemn disregard the rules and laws that she's bound by. Pax is going to shake her head no. The man, the Sunyeth member is going to say, please respond verbally. Pax, again, says, no, I did not witness them. He's going to say, were they not there to rescue you? Pax nods and says, they were, but I was being tortured in a room above. By the time they got to me, she goes silent.
By the time they got there, I'd already did the job. I got her out.
He looks at Pax and says, I want to hear it from your mouth. She's
why, my word not good enough for you?
He is going to look at Carter and say, I know you can lie to me. She cannot.
Wait, are we just gonna sit here and pretend like we're completely okay with the cops magically forcing someone to tell the truth? This is the exact same as torturing someone to get information.
Yeah, I've already established in this world, zone of truth interrogation is basically torture. It is.
Yeah, but like, how is this okay? I argue that this is a bad part of bureaucracy.
How are you going about that? This is.
I'm going to use a.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to step up and I'm going to use my persuasion to say, can't you see that you're literally torturing this woman? Wouldn't it be better to just give her the option to tell you the truth naturally than just literally torturing her? This is bad.
All right. I am going to roll you a persuasion check.
Oh, I rolled mine first.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with yours.
That's fine. 20 will work.
We'll go with yours, Brandon. You're the DM.
Yeah. He is going to say, there are wills that we abide by, and if those have been broken for any Sarai, it's the Sunyeth's job to ensure justice is sought.
And can you not ensure that justice is sought without literally torturing someone? How is this right? How do you justify this?
Barney's gonna say at least it isn't a bond.
I feel very bad.
Say it again, Charles. What Saragni do?
Barney's gonna say at least it isn't a bonfire. Surprised I didn't resort to that first.
All the sass. He
# fuck the police
is going to roll his eyes at Icium and look back to Pax and say, if you would, answer the question.
Pax, you don't have to answer. They are torturing you.
The
Remain silent.
whole party is entitled to a free history check. DC 12.
I'm going to pipe up too and be like, "Is this how he figured it out?"
Altus. Altus and Lumigrax signed a 4.
Yes.
The first thing he used to justify what he was doing was their religion. Lysina, when she crafted your guys' guild, charter, used religion to justify your stance. The whole thing about the given wills is how you interpret them. Both Altus and Lumigrax come to that conclusion.
I'm still gonna say what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you can continue. I was just, saying that prompts in your character's minds.
Going off of them saying that this is torture, this is how I would be like, this lady is a high-ranking Nazaram official. Is this really the way to be talking and disrespecting her in this way? She just went through a traumatic experience and had to be rescued from being, as she said, tortured. You really think that putting her through this type of situation is good for her mental health?
He is going to look and say the goddess's power compels her to answer right now. I can think of no more righteous of a way.
It's your magic that does it. The goddess hasn't come down and done shit, actually.
The goddesses don't have anything to do with this. This is you misrepresenting the words of your religion to get away with whatever you want. You are a disgrace to the wills.
Didn't expect better of a son yet, anyways.
Yeah,
in my mind, I just saved her from being tortured, and in my mind, I'm seeing you torture her now. I could swing it as the given wills are telling me to pull my great axe and chop your head off right here because you were torturing her under my charge, as I am. I have been hired by the Nazaram to protect her.
I'm sticking my
If you want to pull a religious card on this, I can pull the religious card too, and then swing it in court to say that I was ordered by the given wills to do it.
He looks hideously offended, like hand on his chest, mouth like wide open. Yeah. Looking at you guys, and before anything else, he's gonna say, "And what wills gives you the right to do that?"
And the given wills that I want to recite that given wills that I was told that I had to sign off on.
Recited by knowing it.
I can't remember all of it because I've fucking listened.
Do the most half-assed Carter version you can, please.
He gave you. Brandon had.
I've never had it in writing.
Give you a copy of it.
You have a letter of introduction from your guild, signed with your name on it.
I'll pull that out and I'll actually read it off of that.
I just want to say Carter's version. So
I'll pull it out like these given wills. Pull out the paper.
This is an invite to your birthday party.
Carter pulls it out and begins sounding out the words, and Lador walks in and is like, "Oh, can you read?"
I have 11 intelligence. I can read, damn it. I can read fluently, thank you. Not all of them. I just read the given will part that actually matters.
Let's, see. That one, actually, in your form, I was enlightened upon my first passing to an experience that I never wish to inflict on another again. That's interesting. That's interesting. He is going to.
This woman was tortured, and you were doing. I never want that to happen to her again, and yet you were doing it here. I saved her from it. In my mind, if I have to kill you for doing it again to her, I can by the fucking wills.
He is going to ponder for a moment and say, but life's respects passage serves as a justification
For killing.
Sometimes extreme actions that he gestures to Pax in the chair for us to take such measures to protect all.
And
might be true, but it also is
use those same extreme measures to prevent you from harming an innocent person.
I cast suggestion on the guy to just give up.
No. Please no. It's really bad when you're putting a date rape drug in a cop's drink.
What is Altus's spell DC?
Oh, fuck. 16.
No, take it back. You still have time.
It's 15.
16.
16. He is like looking at like, you know, he's getting into this philosophical debate with Carter.
Wait. I have a question real quick. What I'm saying is going to go into his brain, right? Like, he's going to hear it like I'm a Jedi, doing like some force
He's
magic.
gonna hear it like I'm a Jedi.
No, I think you actually have to verbally say it for suggestion.
Yeah, give up. And
Excellent.
he's going to look at
I would just like to say, like, we're gonna run in circles here. My group of people, we're not the greatest, and we're very, very bad people. So maybe just this once, you know, like, let's just not have this end the way that it's probably gonna end.
As he's talking like with this philosophical conversation with Carter, he's going to look at Pax and say, very well, gesturing for her to leave the chair and say, who's the next member today?
I am.
No, you're not. Actually.
No, I am. I don't care what he says. I am.
I will get in the chair.
I'm gonna sit. I'm already.
I'm gonna sit. I throw the skull at Carter.
I'm already in the room. I have a head start on you on this.
Everybody's fighting to get in the chair.
Is this like an I am Spartacus moment? Are we all like, I'm the next to be tortured and interrogated?
Altus and Icium,
Grax
roll
backs
me.
away from the group.
Yeah,
He doesn't
roll me
record.
a wisdom saving throw against the zone of truth.
Well, wouldn't I already be in the chair though? Because like she got up, I was in the room
It's
with her. And I was like,
charisma,
I am. I sat down at that point.
Oh, is zone of truth
is charisma saving throw.
Okay, Pax still horribly failed it, and Carter still passed it.
Yeah, well, no, go down. It would be a 17 because my wisdom save is +1, but my charisma save is +0.
My charisma saves a +8.
Yeah, your Icium or Altus passes. Do you want me to roll Icium's for you, Bradley?
Yes, please.
All right. Icium rolled an 11. Icium
rolled a 2.
Yeah, Icium is under the effects of Zone of Truth. He cannot knowingly speak a lie. Let's see. Charisma saving throw failed. Can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You are aware, and you can avoid answering questions, which would normally, respond with a lie. Yeah.
Hey, dude, you know that, I can't lie right now, right? I say to the cop.
To the copper. He is going to nod and say, I shall question your guildmaster. Beginning once again with the same set of questions he asked Pax. you were present for the events of the 20th of Priestess?
Yes.
And halfway through, he's going to stop. And both Icium and well, no, Icium's the only one who failed it. Icium's going to feel a little lighter, and he's going to step forward and say, once more, I must repeat the spell. He's going to what is this? What's the... Oh, it's only verbal and somatic. You're going to see him making a small hand gesture and finishing his incantation, casting Zone of Truth again in a 15-foot radius around the chair. All three of you guys are entitled to a second save.
Okay, go ahead.
Charisma save.
Yes.
Wait, do I have to resave, or am I still good with my first?
It's a second spell.
It
It only lasts for 10 minutes. Pat's used up 7 of the minutes. You guys talking back and forth, and then 3 minutes. And anyways,
wait, are we all about to be tortured in like a sick torture fuck menage a trois?
no, he's not torturing you guys. He's just questioning you.
Yeah, he's questioning us in the same way the CIA questions terrorists.
Yeah. And
okay, so I have a decanter of endless water if you need to push anyone onto the table and get some water.
Will you roll my charisma save for me, Brandon?
yes, I will.
Please fail it again.
So Icium once again is the only one who
He has
failed.
the highest
And
charisma save, and he's failing it. I have a 0 in charisma save, and I've passed it twice.
and of
It's
course,
it's DM rolls. I repeat again, dude. You know I can't lie. You should probably question me next.
and he is going to turn to Icium and say, and he's going to continue and say, you were present for the events of the 20th of Priestess.
Absolutely.
And he's going to say, you witnessed the priestess, Lydia Solemn, break the laws and rules that bind her?
No.
That's true.
I mean,
he was in a different room.
I wasn't in the room.
You were not in the
No
room.
is an absolutely correct answer here.
And he's going to say, and from your perspective, what did you see happen?
I saw
Why do you ask me that question?
For me, yeah.
my guild and I went to Lady Lydia asking for help to find Pax. Once we located Pax, I was sent upstairs to see if we could negotiate Pax's safe return, and things went south rather quickly. She had been tortured very severely, to the point of almost losing her life. And so in the interest of protecting her life, I had to cast a polymorph spell on her. And the result of that spell may have led to the loss of life. However, it was only done in self-defense and to protect the life of an innocent.
But one of those innocents that didn't get the choice of self-defense.
You're not making it easy.
He is.
I cannot tell a lie right now.
Alright there, George Washington, calm down.
Also, I still want to bring up that you are a disgrace to the Wills for your justification for torture.
We're gonna have to kill a bunch of people.
He's going to
crying into my hands.
He's gonna nod and say, "This one wasn't on our list, but I believe he should be in prison with the rest."
No. See, no.
I'm still dressed up as Arenia, correct?
You are.
This person hasn't figured
committed
me out
no
yet,
crime.
correct?
He has not.
Okay, alright, well, here goes nothing, guys.
Oh god.
Usually,
Wait. Let me at least try to talk my way out of it first.
real quick. Alright. I hired these people, you know, like, I work for the Carter. I'm one of his, what you call guild associates, if they call themselves a guild. But I also had to get their help for this job. Them and some weird sorcerer, really gruffy and, you know, real type, just dirty type of guy. And under this blue contract, I don't really think anything was done wrong, as this was done for the good of the Wills. Let's see, which one's higher? Yeah, here we go. And I dropped that motherfucker.
Are you showing him your blue contract?
Yes.
He is going to take it from you and say preposterous. And he's going to inspect it and saying it has to be a forgery. He hands it to the Risen member, who's like currently, you know, just like furiously like writing with charcoal at everything happening in this room. And she pauses for a minute, inspecting it. She's gonna raise it closer to her face, and she's gonna say, "I'm not of elegance, but I believe this to be true." And she's gonna hand it back to him. And he says, "Are you certain?" And she says, "I've seen the Supreme Light's signature before. That's definitely it." He hands the form back to or who he believes is Aurinia, and he's going to say,
Try my character if that was going through their head and they can't lie right now.
He's gonna say 10. I had to count up. Oh wait. I'm sorry, 11. He's gonna say 11 lives are charged against Lydia Solom. She's taken. She's pleaded guilty to killing
Now listen,
all
listen,
10 of
listen.
them.
Lydia's a good girl, and she's throwing herself away for Cretan. This was
I
done.
blurred out without thinking. No, she totally just did that to protect us. Most of the lives were on this guild's hands.
Which is fine. That's what I was saying.
He's gonna look at Isium and say, and why didn't you report that this was that these lives happened through your blue contractor?
Oh no. Oh no. God damn it. Why didn't you pass that? Why didn't you pass
I
that?
feel like that decision should be made at a higher level than me.
I didn't
That
report
is
it.
not
just
a
for the fact
deliberate
that I didn't. And I didn't report it. 'cause
That is not a deliberate lie, my bad. I feel like that is definitely something that should be reported by someone with a way higher pay grade than me.
Yeah, it's probably me. Yeah, I dropped the ball on that because I was tired and I got drunk.
As I said,
We committed fraud, so what?
I got drunk. I would have reported it today, but y'all kind of just locked up Lydia. And I don't know why she.
with everything being
What?
said, there were no real crimes committed here. People lost their lives in, you know, the act of valor. So what do you say we, you know, Lydia gets out, we all forget about this, or you are impeding my
I
investigation.
demand to speak to Supreme Light Solemn.
He holds up a hand to Isium. And he is talking to Aurinia. At this time, Isium feels the effects of the magic wear off, and he's going to say to he's going to say to Aurinia, I'm not wholly satisfied with this answer. There was a body. This is why I'm investigating this matter. There was a body with a crushed skull. While I completely believe you capable of the corpses that were pierced by ice, and the other corpse that was seared by radiant energy. I don't believe you capable of the strength that matches the other.
Do you believe Lydia capable of it?
My back was to a wall, and our half-man here was in a bit of a drunken rage, and, well, he might have had a lapse of judgment.
Okay, so that guy was about to stab me in the stomach, and I wasn't going to just let him stab me in the stomach, so I swung...
That's not helping. That's illegal.
No, it's actually perfectly legal, because he was trying to kill me, and I swung to knock him out. No, it's like, I swung to knock him out, and then he slipped. And my knockout blow turned into a
This, just ignore anything that my guild members say.
I still demand to speak to Supreme Light Solid.
As you guys are like going back and forth at this, he's going to be nodding, and then he's going to look to Carter and Icium and say,
We're going to jail.
He's going to say, you should rely on your contractor more to defend you. These are given out for a reason, and she's very capable in that area. You'll each be fine.
She's capable. It's just that she was, again, back against the wall. We were kind of dealing with a lot, and I don't feel like getting a sword to the stomach. You know what I mean?
I feel like being quiet and
protecting her life and our own lives.
If you would like to put them in jail for up to 3 days, I'm okay with that.
He shakes his head and says, no, they'll each be fined the cost of the life they took, 1,000 gold for each one.
That's worse.
1,000 for Carter, 6,000 for
dirty
Icium.
homeless people. How are their lives worth $1,000?
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna say this out of character.
Also, I didn't directly kill anyone.
I have finally been capable of getting us out of something, and you guys are digging your own graves for once. We're good.
But I didn't actually kill anyone.
No, you did. It's your fault that a bunch of people died from turning someone into a giant monkey and dropping them on a bunch of people below because you did not assess the situation to know what rooms you were in.
I'm not a guy.
He is going to gesture to Aurinia and say she's very wise and understands the complications that are sometimes involved in magical that are called involved in magical altercations, and says this is why a blue contract was awarded to her, because she understands her actions have consequences. And he's
I'm laughing out of character, by the way.
And he's going to look at Icium and say, and if you don't understand such arcane matters, you should stray away from them. And he
was gonna die! Iridia wasn't there in the room. A decision had to be made to protect an innocent life.
So you took
I may have acted rashly and not chosen the best course of action, but I protected innocent life, and I do not agree with this verdict, and if you do choose to impose this fine on me, I demand to speak to Supreme Light Solemn.
He's going to nod and say, very well, a trial will be scheduled.
God damn it. Look, sir, can you just make the fines 500 gold so my associates won't be as outraged, and we could just not waste the public's time, get on with this. We can get back to the investigations that need to be done. You can get back to whatever it is you do. And,
I would be okay with
better
that.
for everybody.
You mean nothing? This guy does.
500
Both
gold?
of you.
50%? Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I assist?
As Icium's just like, you know what? I'm okay. Yes, you
No,
can take.
as soon as Arenia recommended that, I said I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, you can take the help action. How does Icium help?
Whatever Arenia says, Arenia said, can you drop it? I'm going to say, yes, I cannot believe that 1,000 gold is a fair amount for that.
Oh god.
All right, roll me a second.
You could have just Bardic inspired me. You could have just given me Bardic
No.
inspiration.
You're doing the help action. So Altus has advantage on this check. Icium's
cool.
not actually rolling on it. So
Right.
for Altus, roll me a second persuasion check. You have advantage, and you take the. You've already rolled a 12, so roll me one more, and it's going to be the higher of the two. So an 18. All right. So this guy, as you guys are going back and forth, he's going to say every life has value in the goddess's eye. But
Oh, that's real funny.
and
But you're the ones who
That's
profit
the
off
guy
of
who
it.
was just torturing people.
Can we just not open our mouths anymore? Do you have a silencing spell, sir? It'll make this go so much faster.
and he's going to say, but I can understand your sentiment with some of the lessers that were in Swordway. And he's going to nod and say, I have a soft spot for that priestess.
Real quick, out of character, Bradley, can you mute for a second? A lot of the cars and stuff are coming through.
You haven't mentioned it at all?
I'm gonna mute him.
Just start to mute him, yeah.
Yeah. I'll unmute him later. Anyways, oh wait. I didn't server mute him. I personally muted him. There we go. Anyways, yeah, he's going to say, yes, I'll 500 gold per life taken. So that is going to be 3,000 for Icium, and 1,000 for Carter. Or I'm sorry, 500 for Carter. Because
Oh wait, no, Rodney didn't kill anyone. That's good.
yeah, Ragni pleaded with the guy like, look, come on, let's just get out of here.
I'll look at him, not paying it.
Rodney didn't plead anything. Rodney just insulted him the entire time.
If my associates choose not to pay it, just
I unmuted you, Bradley.
jail time. I just want to leave here and get on with the investigations and hunt down a cat.
When do I have to pay it?
He's gonna say by the end of the month.
By the end of the month? Okay, yeah.
Are there pet stores in this world?
No, they're not actually.
they're-
If you get a pet, I'm gonna sell it for the 5 gold I need.
We're not selling my pets.
It will either become 5 gold or become food.
I will put a ward on it, and if you touch it, it will be a death ward. Kill the cat too.
So wait, Altus is asking to give them jail time instead of a fine?
If they're no, if they don't pay it, just give them
Oh,
jail
okay.
time.
Otherwise, he gestures to the door and says, "You're free to go."
What about Lydia? Is she as well free to go?
He is going to he's going to inhale and say, she'll be offered the chance, the same chance that your friend or your companions had, If she wasn't aware that she was traveling with a blue contractor and she still did what she did, her actions stand as is.
What if I go ahead and pay her fine?
He's going, like, you're gonna, like, he
I would like
wants,
to walk out with her today.
Yeah, he wants to like Aurinia / Altus. You know, like, you are following the bureaucratic systems. But he's going, like, you're gonna see this look of just, like, kind of uneasiness go over his face, and says, there's still the matter of lying in her in her interrogation. If she had simply told the truth.
During her interrogation, I would like to be here to protect my client.
My client.
She was assisting us with our matters and got dragged into it, and I will assist her in her matters.
Oh, he is going to look and look back at the risen scribe and say, very well. However, as she and I are almost the same rank, there's another that is presiding over her dealings. I simply read what they gave me before I stepped in here.
Okay. Will I be able to have time alone with my client for him?
So it's and my brain is dying tonight. It's the other way around. You would actually be her client, as you know, like you were her hired blue contractor. Yeah. And he's going to say she's currently in the dungeons of Imanwatch, but they do not restrict visitors.
Well, I'm gonna be watching her. Finger guns.
It takes him a second, and you're gonna see, like, you know, he's been very civil, and you're gonna see his expression, like, just dry out, and he's going to look at you and say, leave.
I'm gonna go down there, and I see him with me, and Grax. I like having Grax along.
Leave Carter out?
Yes. Please,
I'm gonna go around killing every cat that's within a 5-mile radius of my freaking building.
Carter is now required to come with me.
Nope. I'm going cat hunting.
If I come back and you're not wearing like a pelt of cats as armor, I'm going to be upset with you.
I'm gonna have nothing but cat heads fill his bed.
God. Oh, how you don't know how happy Altus will be.
Alright, yeah.
And then remember he carries a skull around and then not do it. I'm just gonna drown him in the creek that's nearby.
Oh no, God, that's too dark. That got like really visceral. Onwards, go.
Yeah. You guys are going to get down to the dungeons. The bottom of Imanwatch, this whole area, it's kind of oof, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. It's kind of gosh, there's words tonight are hard. It's kind of like if you imagine like one of those trucks that carries all the chicken coops. How you know there are just like stacks and stacks and stacks of these cages in a huge row. This part of the dungeon that she's being held in is probably 150 feet 150 feet long, and it is just rows and rows of cages, about 4 tall, with maybe 5 feet in each of these cages for, you know, the person inside of them to move around. And this whole area itself is basically kind of like a warehouse for prisoners, and there's probably about 4 rows of these with cages on both sides, making for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows of prisoners in this part of Imanwatch. And, you know, gosh, who knows how many of these things. Well, actually, I can math it out right now. 150 divided by 5 times 4 is going to be 120 cages. And I'm going to roll a percentage die for what percentage of them are filled. And this isn't the main dungeons. This is like the nice holding dungeon of Imanwatch. 89% of these.
Right back.
Okay.
I have to use the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nature calls very sharply.
So there's about 100 people here, like in this large room that you just hear people shouting and screaming and just let me out! I'll kill you! And just various things. Some people, are quiet and sitting down in their cells. The risen member that's leading you guys leads you to Lydia's cell. Yes. Lydia herself is sitting in her cell in simple I'm telling you, it's on the edge of my mouth and I can't burlap.
Rags?
Burlap. That's the
okay.
Yeah. Is sitting in burlap tunic and trousers.
So the guard brought us to her, right?
Yes.
I would like to tell the guard that his assistance is no longer required, and that I would like time alone with Lydia or my companions. And I would like time alone.
All right. Lydia is on the 3rd floor of this building. Are on the 3rd floor of this
Dungeon.
Of this dungeon. These cages themselves are like there's barely floors for them to sit on, other than like the tiny cots in here that are strapped and tied to the bars. Everything from the top of their areas there's areas in between, like the slabs that are put on here, where any type of refuse or anything is going to, obviously drip down to, the person below and the person below. Lydia is actually sitting underneath her cot on the bars themselves. The cot itself is filthy. She looks up at you guys coming in. The risen member leaves you guys alone. And
there's no other guards around, right?
I mean, this whole area, there's... and I'll just roll 3 d20 on this. There are about 35 people moving through this chamber, not in cells.
Okay, are they close enough to hear me talking to her?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're all at different levels of this area, holding torches, moving back and forth. Some guards positioned at doors, things like that.
Is Isium available now? Not silent anymore.
I don't have him muted. He has himself muted.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's there with you.
Okay, Grex, I'm just keep watch. Make sure, nobody overhears this at all.
I look around.
Bad. But okay, I go to closer to Lydia's cell thing, and I start like tapping on the metal just profusely, waiting for her to acknowledge me.
Oh yeah, she's definitely acknowledged you guys like already.
Oh, that's right. She's looking,
yeah,
she's looking
and as you come by, she's going to say, they took away all my things. Do you have my prayer book still?
my
Oh,
god.
hey, wait, I have one that she gave me. Yeah, I can give her that.
She's going to take it and say, "Thank you. This will at least make the stay here a little bit more palpable."
It's me, Lydia. I'm not a lady. I'm pretending to be a lady. It's Altus.
As I start pulling the skull out of my cloak.
She's gonna go wide-eyed, and just say, "Wait, what do you?" And she's going to look through the bars and see Grax, Carter, Icium here. And
Carter's not there.
Oh yeah,
Carter didn't want to come.
Carter
wants to go cat.
Well, yeah, she's gonna see Grax and Icium and Ragni, and just say, "I took the fall for you guys. You shouldn't be here."
No. I've smoothed everything out. See, remember that thing I told you about my teacher and the blight and, the guy that tricked me into killing her? And, well, I'm pretending to be her, and she had a blue contract, and, well, everything can be smoothed over as long as you remember to lie. Just
with
lie.
lying?
Just a little bit, just a small lie, so that you don't rot in prison.
She's
I feel like you shouldn't have said that. You should not have said that.
Well, I needed you here, and you weren't here.
Yeah, she's going to say, "But I already told my father the truth."
Wait. You what?
She's going to nod and say, "When he found out I was being thrown in here, he came and spoke with me."
Oh, no. We already talked to some guards, and I might have flashed a blue contract, and... Oh. Well, I got us out of trouble.
Well, I think it's time to get Lydia and get out of here.
Alright, yeah, we might need to just break out. So, are we going with the jailbreak plan?
Grax kicks down the door.
God, I guess we are!
As soon as you said jailbreak.
Alright, roll me an athletics check.
Oh no, we didn't even get to the plan.
Athletics.
I love how all of this can be solved by the spell open.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I know it. It's and we're gonna go with this. All right. So, yeah.
Oh, no. The music, no.
You are going to start heaving on this door, and Lydia is going to say, "No, I'm fine with my sentence." The guy above her, who has been pooping on her cot, is going to look down at you guys and say,
"I firebolt him."
Well, he in the process of you firebolting him, he's gonna look down at you guys, see what Grax is doing, and start rattling his cage and say, "Jailbreak!"
Can I climb up and shocking grass?
Here we go.
I immediately stop.
I climb up to the cell and use shocking grasp on the metal so that it hits him, and by that, the metal should also be...
Wait, Lydia, what exactly is your sentence?
She is going to say, "My order's been disbanded, and I will be serving the rest of life in the dungeons of Imanwatch."
Grax kicked down that door.
Yeah, Ragni agrees.
Am I doing another athletics check?
I feel like we could just talk to Supreme Light and solve this.
No, we're rogues now.
Well, her father is...
God, Carter just lost a lot of weight that he had on his guild. God, he's gonna hear about this.
Oh man, it'd be nice if you guys had Carter there to pull down the gates.
Oh,
So,
I want to go and murder cats. It won't be any fun.
so Lumbergrax trying to pull these just trying to pull the front door off of this thing is ridiculously difficult.
Wait.
And it is.
Sorry.
It's going to be a DC 30 to, you know, rip off the front wall of this. The lock itself, though, like, that's the area where, you know, this gate can open, and, like, you know, there's a hinge there that's keeping it closed. If you focus in that area, that is going to be, like, DC 25 for an athletics check to pull and break this thing hard enough to, you know, open it.
Storm break the lock. Or wait.
I'll have to kill somebody then.
We can work with that.
God, if only there was like a well-accomplished thief there that like has thieves tools.
Please just go talk to Supreme Light Solemn.
I do have thieves tools. I do have thieves tools. Where are they at?
You know, you could just try to pick the lock.
I swore I had thieves tools. I have a forgery kit.
It's not thieves tools.
I walk out of the room and go and start running around and watch yelling for Supreme Light Solemn.
Grab him. Grab him. You do that, I'll get her out of the cage. You stop him.
Okay, I'll
break the lock yet? Probably can do that.
Wait,
I'm
Brock,
stopping him.
Can you get through the lock?
She doesn't have thieves tools, but she'll just kick it.
Alright, athletics check, as described before.
Ronnie just raises up her foot and just kicks it.
Damn.
I won.
Yeah, you are going to hit
Is
this.
it weakened?
Yeah, you can tell Hrogny definitely has an impact kicking at this thing. Lydia is going to jump back in her cell and say, no, it's fine.
I'm gonna
the whole time this is our fireball.
Firebolt the lock.
Oh, firebolt. Okay, those are two different spells. I was about to say.
No. Ronnie says no. She'll just kick it again.
The lock has.
It's a cantrip. They're infinite.
The lock has 8 HP. You can roll damage on it. Yeah, you guys are wearing this thing down. The guy above you, his yelling and like rattling of this door is picking up kind of like more people screaming. The person in the cell next to you is gonna say, "Break me out next! God, come on, break me out next!" You deal enough damage to the lock that, you know, you see it's definitely splintered. Whatever latch in it is bent. It's not as hard to pry open now, but it's, you know, still in place.
Brogny, come on, let's go. Oh my god, I just pulled my headphones.
It is DC 15.
You guys realize that even if you do the jailbreak plan, she's not gonna leave with you because she is lawful good. Like, you're asking her to break everything she believes in.
Trust me in this.
All right.
Broken?
Yeah, it has broken open. Lumbergrax and Icium. Lumbergrax, roll me a grapple check at Icium.
Okay.
Icium is entitled to.
I get to contest that, right?
Yes. You can roll a contested athletics check or a acrobatics check. It is an athletics check on Grax's part.
Oh, it's athletics on mine? Okay.
Yes.
Oh god.
Alright. Does Icium want to...
Will you roll an acrobatics for me?
Alright. He rolled a...
Oh, thank God.
I say, Grax, look at your hand. I know what I'm doing, and we're not getting her out of here unless we talk to Supreme Light Solemn. Remember the hand.
I look at my hands.
No, he tricked you.
I was like, what?
Grax wins. Grax wins the grapple check. Bradley, I'm going to turn you down. I'm getting background noise from you. Anyways, you win the Grax wins the grapple check. Does he let go of Icium or does he hold him down?
I looked. He told me to look at my hands, and so I looked at my hands.
Yeah, so you've let go of him?
Yeah.
Alright.
So look at my hands.
Icium is free. Grax sees the smudged ink on his hand of play along. It is barely legible.
I look over at I'm in the lock's gone now, so I'm gonna open that cage. I'm gonna go up to Lydia and be like, look, there's one of two ways this is gonna work. You come with us and not rot here forever and help us defeat ancient evils and possibly even bigger things, and we'll become the most famous people ever to be ever known, or we knock you out and we take you with us and we do all of that stuff anyways.
Lydia is going to grab your hand, her prayer book, and say, let's go with the first one.
Alright, so we're all three of us are gonna run back over to, or meet up with Drax and ask where the fuck Isium is.
I don't know.
Drax.
Look at your hand. Don't stop looking at it. Dang, he's clever.
Alright, we're gonna start moving.
Okay, as all of this is happening, so once again, you guys are on the third floor of this prison, and you know these the prisoners are picking up in volume, yelling, screaming, shaking their bars and everything, and the guards in this chamber are going to start marshaling. Most of them are Risen members. However, there are some people in here of a fighting force that you guys have not seen before. And they're going to look a little bit more capable. It's taking them a while to, find out, like, where this is, like, all coming from and, like, where it's starting because of, once again, how many of these cages there are, how big this area is, how many people are shouting and yelling before somebody on the other balcony across from you sees what you guys are, doing, and you guys moving towards the doorway. That said, you guys get, down the stairs and towards the entrance back into Iman Watch before, and I'll roll a D12. 4 Risen members are able to form a guard in front of you, preventing you from moving further.
I showed them my blue contract and say this person is integral to my investigation and furthering the stopping of an ancient evil that will wipe this city out if we are not able to leave.
Roll me a deception check.
That's what I'm working on.
Good lord, if this fucking works, I'm going to shit a fucking brick.
Do I have advantage or?
You do not have advantage.
I want to have to deal with every one of them being thrown fucking.
Just wait. There's time.
As you say that, one Risen member is gonna say, "Why didn't you fill out the requisition for a prisoner to defeat an ancient evil form?" No, I'm kidding. But she is gonna ask, "Why didn't you fill out a prisoner requisition form?"
Oh god.
What form number is that?
No. I'm not from this area. I'm not from Dockensdale. I don't know how your bureaucratics work. And the person I talked to would not give me the form. I've already talked to whatever the guy was, and he said that she would still have to stand trial, but she is integral to my needs. I will pay her fine here and now, and we will leave, and there will be no more disruption from us. Also, we have a glowy glow man running around screaming about the Supreme Light. If you could knock him out and bring him back.
Bradley, are you there?
He is server muted.
Oh, wait. I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
Oh,
yeah.
I am in fact here.
Yeah, I turned him down. Alright, what's Isium doing? Because that's very important right now. Isium...
I am doing everything I can to find Supreme Light Solemn.
Okay.
Everything is going real good right now, just saying.
So, that is what I needed to know. Isium's running around like a madman through the bottom of this tower. You got out of this area before, they closed off the doors and, guards started sealing the entrance. 11 more guards are going to come behind the party. The Risen member is going to say, I can, we need to put her back in her cell, and I can take you to who you need to talk to fill out a requisition form. Just then, another guard is going to come and join.
Bullshit.
This person is in full plate mail, and they have a crest on their chest that you guys don't exactly recognize. And he's going to say, hey, that one, pointing to Lydia, has a before any of the Supreme Light's judgments levied against her, has a fine of 11,000 gold. She's not going anywhere. Placing his hand on his sword and drawing it, and says, "You're all under arrest. You're all under arrest for breaking into Iman Watch."
I do need to pause real quick. I have a phone call that I do have to answer.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. We'll take 5 real quick.
I'm just looking at my hands.
This whole time,
I am
Greg's been looking down.
100% waiting for the fucking letter that I'm gonna get.
Your presence is requested in Iman Watch. You know, you're talking to the same interrogator, and he's just like, "Were you present for the events of the 21st?" No. All right, just get out of here.
It's like, no, I wasn't actually. I did my interrogation with you, and then I fucking left.
While we're doing this take time, can we go back to me?
Yes, we can. So
Fucking denounce everyone in fucking guild.
The Supreme Light, it's not only his job to pass judgment in high-profile crimes in the city. It's also his job to hear petitions from citizens and merchants. And to do that, he actually does it on the first floor of Iman Watch. There's an area set up for petitions. You know, as you're like running around like a bloody madman yelling for him, he has all, like, you know, there are 2 Risen members like sprinting behind you, you know, one chasing you, another that, you know, wasn't, and one is going to cut off from your path. And, you know, you and both her are yelling, you know, Supreme Light Solemn! Supreme Light Solemn! And you're going to see that she's actually running towards his petition chamber. And he has been, you know, already, like, pulled away from his petitions. And the person he's speaking to as his honor guard is, you know, preparing and getting ready. You guys burst into this chamber and... you know, you see Supreme Light Solemn moving with his guard of 25 strong, saying, what's this commotion? The Risen member in front of you is going to say, "There's been a jailbreak! There's been a jailbreak!" And he's going to say, "Marshal the commander, not me." And she's going to say, "Yes, sir!"
Break? You guys just got...
Okay, I'm here. We're still on the break, correct?
No, we're on Icium. Icium is in front of Supreme Light Solemn.
Okay. Oh my god, no.
Sir, let me explain, and I can answer all of these questions.
What questions? What did I miss?
Your daughter is covering for us. It is 100% our fault.
He stops you at your daughter and say, "A jailbreak involving Lydia." And he gestures and says, to the holding cells. Immediately, he begins jogging with his guards in tow.
Sitting here like that.
I yell after him, and I begin following him, and I say, "It's less of a jailbreak and more of a kidnapping."
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not the right thing to say.
Yeah, for real.
All right. You, the rest of the party. So,
we're still being arrested by the giant guy in plate.
Yes.
Can I wave my blue contract around that says I can do whatever I want?
You can do whatever you want. which means you will still be judged by the Supreme Light for your actions. And the captain will explain that to you, and saying it doesn't make you exempt from the law. It just means, you know, if
You're above it.
Yeah, if your reasons are, you know, found appropriate, then A.
These reasons are urgent and immediate. There is an ancient evil coming towards Dawkinsdale that will wipe out every single...
He's gonna hold up a hand and say, I don't hear your case. I just do my job. And he is going
Your
to...
job will damn everybody.
Move forward to grab Altus.
I'm going to back up and be like, look, we don't need to get handsy here.
Alright, contested acrobatics check to avoid his grapple attempt. His sword is drawn in his other hand.
Yeah.
He rolled a 13, and
I rolled a 70.
He's you know, going to place a hand on Altus's wrist, pulling him into the grappled condition. As all of this is happening, the doors of the dungeon are going to be pushed open from the other side. On the other side is a small army of about 27 people strong. In the center of it is Supreme Light Solemn.
So I'm guessing Stormbreak won't work here.
Lydia, or he's going to look at Lydia and say, I grant you mercy, and this is how you repay me?
I'm immediately going to yell, if mercy is damning your own daughter to rot for eternity, then what mercy have you given?
He is going to point and say, I am protecting you. People are dying in this investigation of yours, and you just want to get back out there to put to get the dagger back to your neck.
I'm also going to yell at that as either way she dies. One, she can die as a hero helping. The other, she can die rotting away in a cell. Your own daughter.
I'm gonna speak up at this point, and I'm gonna say, listen, I know you want to protect your daughter, but she's committed absolutely no crime. You're condemning her to rot in that cell for no reason, and also, we need her help in our investigation. Is it dangerous? Yes, but I need
He is going to put a hand up and say, I don't give a damn about your investigation anymore. It's over. Just stop with that silly cause.
Does this world work with like prayers and magical Deus Ex Machinas?
I mean, you can pray to a god. He's going.
Yeah.
He's going to say your investigation involving those rooms, Cardrin, and everything related to them is over.
I'm going to look over to Lydia and say, like, what god is, you know, I'm not a religious person in this world, but at this point, like, I'm just reaching out, like, what is the god's name, or what is the will's name that we,
Who's Lilia? Who's this whole country named after? Who's their entire religion based after?
Completely anti-religious in the entire thing, and has never learned on it, has never focused on
Whose
it. So
name is this on the contract that I have? Yes, it's Lilia.
I'm going
the
to...
goddess of creation.
Like, I'm going to scream out, you know, to Lilia that we seek aid. We're, we have done wrong. We are not the best people in the world, but we are, due to my own fault, there's an ancient evil walking the world, and, to my own wills, I want to, we need her, we need this group to end this and put back what we've done wrong.
Froggy laughs.
Roll me a religion check. As you're rolling that religion check, and you're just like sitting there praying, Lydia is going to tilt her head and say, "Who's Cardrin?"
I'm going to step in here and I'm going to say, sir, listen, I realize that you think this investigation is dangerous, but are you really going to condemn this entire nation to have the blight on their doorstep? That is what we're dealing with. Also, how do you know who Cardrin is?
Alright. I was about to say, are you guys that? Alright. Yeah. That he's going to look and say from her report, pointing to Lydia.
Lydia doesn't know it either.
Yeah, no, Lydia just said she doesn't know who Cardrin is. And we know that someone in the government has been feeding Cardrin information.
Right, Rodney's pulling her sword.
Grex, Stormbreak, you have the power!
Not until the fighting starts.
Look at your hand.
People, everybody's going to, you know, kind of start looking at each other. Supreme Light, Solemn, you know, as like, you know, there's this uncertainty pouring. The guy holding Altus is going to let go of him and say, and is going to, you know, look towards the Supreme Light and say, tell me about this investigation. Lydia's going to say, Father, what have you done?
Someone arrest that man before he attempts suicide.
He's going to put his hands up and say, everything I've done has been in service of our nation.
I'm going to yell, you have damned your nation.
The captain is going to kind of look to Lydia, look to the Supreme Light and say, and like scratch his head and look to the guards that are with him and say, arrest Supreme Light Solemn. He goes willingly as they manacle him. Yeah.
Wait, did we just arrest the Supreme Light?
They did.
Well, I guess I can stop wearing my disguise.
Alright, Ron, you're just gonna laugh and say, by Heimel's beard.
I'm going to check on Lydia, make sure everything's okay. That she wasn't all scuffed up in our kerfuffle.
Yeah, I mean, Lydia's got a little bit of feces on her, but other than that, she's fine. She's just kind of standing in shock as, you know, her father's being led past her. And she's going to look, you know, everybody just, like, kind of looking at her, looking back. And she's going to say, well, who's in charge? They're going to say, well, or rather the captain's going to say, you're the highest ranking light here right now. Until the sun yet sends another.
All hail Supreme Light Lydia.
Supreme Light Solemn.
First cackling.
She's gonna say, so wait, I judge him? Yeah, everybody is just kind of silent, as, you know, they're not in a position to make that call. Lydia is going to stop the guards and say, stop! Give him the decency of residing in his quarters at the top of Iman Watch.
Lydia, that's not wise. He could escape.
Ronnie just continues to laugh.
Also, we should probably interrogate him for information before before you are forced to pass judgment on him.
How about that truth spell?
Hey, torture is wrong unless we're torturing.
I mean, I'm not for using torture, but they did just use torture on me to get information. Just throwing that out there.
Lydia is going to. Oh gosh, what day is it? The 21st? Okay, give me 1 secondo. There are things I need to look at. Alright. Lydia is going to say that is very wise. We'll proceed in that manner. The guards look at Lydia and say, "Where do you want to interrogate him at?" She's going to say, Chamber 23.
Not Chamber 66?
Chamber 17 was where you guys were interrogated at.
Are you threatening me, Master Grax?
Stormbreaker.
I am the Senate.
I am the Supreme Light.
Alright. So...
Hey, I can use her now. No.
It's treason, then.
I mean, Lydia's not technically the Supreme Light. There's just nobody here that outranks her. As the person who does just got arrested.
Grax outranks all.
Well, yeah, he's the Guildmaster of Grax Attack, one of the greatest.
And he's been chosen by death to go.
She has him led up stairs. She's going to look towards the party and say, well, I guess our investigation continues. I'll see what I can find out from him after I... And she looks down and says, after I clean up some.
I'm going to say jokingly, it's a good thing we didn't go with option 2 then, isn't it?
Wrong and discontinued.
She is.
Hey, I see. We should do a jailbreak and not go find Supreme Light Solemn. But if you go and find Supreme Light Solemn, we'll uncover a deep conspiracy in the government. And fuck it.
Everything was going fine.
Lydia is going to. Lydia is going to inhale, and you are going to hear her mumble something under her breath. What's Altus's passive perception?
Where do I find that?
It's going to be 10 plus whatever your perception modifier is. Let's see. I can look for you and show you.
Plus proficiency if you have perception.
All right. It's labeled passive perception on your sheet. It is not high enough that you hear her. You can roll a perception check if you'd like to try and make out what she said.
Nope.
But otherwise, she.
Can I do that?
What's your passive perception? Same thing. I just
could you look at my character sheet?
Yeah. Yours is 16. You do hear her. I just assumed Altus was the closest one. Yeah, she says under her breath, I bore the judge's weight. I found my soul burden. Just like kind of shaking her head and walking away.
I follow after her.
Mm-hmm. She literally just told you guys, she was about to go clean up.
You cut out.
Oh, I said she told you guys she was about to go clean herself up.
I mean, I can wait outside the room while she cleans herself.
I can wait inside the room while I cleans.
I am going to leave and go find a cat.
I can be her bodyguard inside the room.
You would have seen that Carter is now covered all of this town. You find the cat.
Down with Supreme Light Solemn. All hail new Supreme Light Solemn.
I don't think that's what she wants to hear.
I'll write that out in cats.
She just found out her father is a bad man. Which, I mean, he kind of condemned her to sit in a cell. She's like, Daddy, no!
She pleaded guilty to killing 11 people!
Hey, I've pled guilty to killing more people than that before I still walk around in the streets.
I do want to say, on a list of things that Altus has done, like, that was the least that fucked over the group.
Are we sure about that?
So
everything went fine.
Icium.
So did us getting the shield, but I mean, we still were released to ancient evil.
Icium and Lumagrax head up to Lydia's quarters. Altus, Carter, and Rogny, what are you guys doing?
Oh god, I forgot I wasn't there.
Yes.
Barney's gonna remark that we're not seeing RMR today.
I'm chilling out in my guild hall, kind of appreciating because I haven't actually got to do it yet because it's been up and go the entire. Just kind of sitting around, walking around and appreciating. I own a building.
Noticing how lonely he is.
While drinking a big ass cup, like I'm probably carrying a one of the kegs for
And
like
wonder
barrels.
why we have no gold in the coffer.
Well, just drinking out of it.
What's Altus doing?
I don't. What can I do now? I mean, I'm still down in the dungeon. I guess I could leave. Like,
the tower itself is a public building. So, you know, there's different areas. Like, this is a massive, structure of Dockensdale. You know, no matter where you're at in the city, you can see this place rising above the rest of the city. There are all different areas for, you know, functions here. You know, Altus can explore any of them. He can go wait with his party. You know, he can leave, go out of the city. He can wait on Lydia. He can try and jailbreak Supreme Light Solemn out of just like, hey, I know you're innocent. Just play along, man.
Can I actually go talk to the Supreme Light?
You can. They told you what chamber he was going to be led to.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh wait, I just thought of something I actually could do instead of being a dumb shit doing nothing. Those fucking slaving sentencing papers that I've had forever, and I told
You're gonna sign them?
No, not that. I told freaking Lizina to like help me look it over. I'm actually gonna look it over. I have time to do it.
Oh, you're gonna
see if I can recognize a pattern here.
Okay. Cool. We'll handle Altus, Icium, and then Carter.
Okay.
Altus.
I'm first.
Yes. 10 minutes left on. Okay, I'm going to try and not take us past 10:30 tonight. And we're approaching 10 o'clock. So, Altus, finding your way to chamber 27, you are going to. Excuse me. You are going to. And by the way, by the time all of this is happening, it's about midday with your guys' trial finishing up.
Okay.
I need to look at a NPC to show to you. Standing guard in this room. Of course, you know there's going to be a risen member here of discipline. The other risen member looks like she's from a different school. Altus Altus has lived in Lil Nagai. He would recognize it as the School of Honor. She seems to be serving as the scribe for this room, and there's an entire order in here standing guard in addition to a handful of the Supreme Light's personal guards that are standing with spears raised outside of the door. Altus recognizes the order that is in here, and let's see, Sunya, Order 42. Wait, I don't want that there.
Execute Order 66.
No, opt out. Boom. You saw her at she was talking to Earlore at his gala.
So she won't recognize me.
She's, gonna look at you as you step into the room. She's going to step forward to you and say, state your business here. This is a private interrogation about to happen.
I'm going to flash the blue contract and say I need to get information from him pertaining to an investigation dealing with Blight and an ancient evil.
She's gonna nod and say they're bringing in blue contractors on this one. Won't be surprised if the Sunyeth puts an entire battalion in this city. She nods and continues to stand guard at the door.
Yes. I'm going to enter the room, and are there any more bureaucratic checks I need to go through, or can I just go talk to the man?
You can talk to him. They're waiting on the Sunyeth interrogator to get here, which is going to be Lydia.
Okay. I'm going to start with. Are you going to talk when they ask you how you know Cardrin?
He is going to inhale and exhale and say he's just a minor criminal.
Well, just a minor criminal has gotten into a big industry, and I need to know everything you know about him. You are afraid to speak out because of anybody coming after you. Telling me alone will save you from any type of issues coming your way.
He says he makes his dealings out of the Caius Coast to the west of here, shipping and exporting.
Oh.
Good for us. Good for us. Is there anything else that you could tell me that could help us stop the Blight coming here, as well as anything else that you have done? You have this chance.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Worth something.
To go along with that statement, like your statement's already had impact. Now we're rolling the magnitude of that impact.
God, my persuasions have been on point.
Yeah, and he's going to once again inhale and exhale. And he's going to say, they're already here. Every decision I've made has been to not on who I can protect, but who I can save.
Are we all here for this, or is this just one of them?
Just Altus.
Okay.
You could have tried to save this entire nation. Instead, you tried to save yourself and the few you loved. Regardless of it being a good man to his family and friends, you have damned everyone else. Whether or not you choose to talk, I hope that you rot in this cell. And I start walking out.
Just leave him to it. Just like, I hope you rot in this cell. As you are leaving the cell, you see another person you've seen another person you haven't recognized before. They are she's waiting just kind of in line to step in the room and talk with this person. She too has a spell book.
Okay. Can I stop her and ask about her spellbook?
She's going to look up at you, and she's just going to shake her head and say, "I'm just a blue contractor like you."
Okay.
Well, thanks for not ousting me on this.
I
would like to pull a calendar.
Kenyara?
We must strike Kaya's toast before before his word leaves this building.
She nods and says, well, that's what orders exist for. They're small, individual strike forces. We can contact the Sunyith inside the town. If they have any orders available to them, they can send several.
This needs to be done immediately and as fast as possible. We will all meet you there.
Kenyara is going. Well, her actual title, by the way, is Captain Kenyara, or Captain Calendier. She is going to nod, looking to the other guards in the Risen of Discipline in the room, and say, "Can you handle defending him alone?" They're each going to nod and say, "It will be it's our duty, Captain." Her and her order of 4 other people leave.
Oh, I was gonna say, before I walk out, I was gonna have her send a word to the rest of the party to have them.
I already had you out of the room. You were walking out into the hallway is where you saw the other person waiting to get in. Kenyara was at the door.
Is there anyone nearby that I could tell to send a word to Icium and the rest to hurriedly meet at the coast? I was going to go and get Carter and tell him we actually had something to do for once.
Yeah, you can, you can fetch any Risen member is obligated to help you. Their entire, duty is,
to assist Blue Contract?
No, is to serve the citizens of Lil Nagai.
Okay. Well, I do that.
So, stopping someone in the hallway and you send them after Carter.
I tell them it's urgent and not to listen to Icium. That's what.
Okay, wait. Run that by me again. You're sending them to Icium and Lumagrax?
Icium, Lumagrax. I believe Karachne went with them.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah. To tell them to meet us at Kaya's Coast urgently, and that Lydia will be fine. That I have gone back to the guild hall to fetch Carter.
All right. So, you leave to go get Carter. That is that. Icium, Icium, Lumagrax, and Rogni. You guys are with Lydia while she is in her chambers changing. She is going to step out in full robes. Or rather, the whole time she's changing, she's talking to you. And she's going to say, "It's nice that I wield this position of power shortly. He disbanded my order, but he couldn't remove my rank. I know Geisen, Ashala, and Lawrence are all inside of Dockensdale somewhere. Probably sad about how this all went down, but I at least have the power to reinstate my order. It'll be nice to have some protection again. Especially with the things going on in the government." She, is calling back to you guys. She steps out of her room, fully...
not covered in feces.
Yeah, fully clothed in a robe. Only lightly, washed down. She still smells a little bad, but there's only so much you can do with that.
Does she ever smell good?
Yeah, as I say, she used to smell very
time.
good when, she was living a life of luxury. When she didn't spend the night under a pooping cellmate.
Rodney pauses for a moment. She's like, wait a minute. If the Supreme Light himself is working to bring the undead to this city, We're gonna be under siege, aren't we? Well, not we. I'm not helping you Easternize, but...
Yeah, Lydia, you need to mobilize the everything.
She's gonna look and say, my father's army's in Arterserai right now. It's not something I can just recall.
Then we must train the citizens to fight.
She nods and says, well, I guess I do have command until until they send somebody else. And she's gonna, give that hysterical, oh my god laughter. Just like, you're right. Oh god.
It might not be temporary.
And she's going to begin moving to... she's going to begin moving out of the chamber and say, undead are involved in this. I don't even know who Cardron is. The scope of the problem that Lydia knows is somebody stole from Nazaram and somebody is killing Risen members. That's all she knows. And you guys help her find out.
Well, Lydia, this is everything we know, and I tell her everything we know about Cardron.
Rodney emphasizes that there is a possibility an army of TRI, or whatever the hell they are, will invade the city.
Please, courier, get there soon.
And, she's going to be taking this in as, she's leading you guys down flights of stairs overlooking the city towards the chamber. Alright, there's something I need to look at. Give me...
I think I'm gonna have to drop out for the rest of the night, guys.
Okay, we're about to finish up right now. So if you just give me un secondo.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, you can leave if you have to. I'll tell you what happens.
I said don't leave me.
We're about to finish up. I think I can stay.
Alright. So, you are, you guys are going to, walk into, you guys are going to walk down this, hallway. There's the, 5 guards outside the interrogation room, and they are, simply standing guard, waiting for Lydia. They're going to bow to Lydia, opening the door and allowing her to step inside. It is deathly quiet inside this room as they open the door. The scene you guys see before you, there is some horrific magical chimera-like creature goring 3 guards on the ground. There is no sound emanating from this room. There is a woman in the center of the room with her hand over her eyes. And the Supreme Light himself is out of his manacles, flexing his wrists. The woman with her hands over her eyes turns and looks at you guys, and she drops concentration on her spell. She begins an incantation holding the Supreme Light's hand.
I think bad things are happening.
They teleport out.
What the hell did I... This is not how I expected the day to go.
Carter, if you had come with us, we could have... The jailbreak would have happened so much faster.
We should have never left the Red Axe.
I should have never left Red Axe.
That's
Lydia
right, he should have been at the dungeon.
is going to point and say, "Who was that?"
How if I know?
Did anybody recognize her?
And we're gonna do this. Altus saw her. Altus saw this person right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Altus saw this person right here. That is who you guys saw looking at you.
Oh no.
Who is she?
Not a blue contractor.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
As she left, what is that chimera? Oh, it's actually a chimera. It's going to turn its attention on Rodney and Grax, and Icium and Lydia. So we'll pick up with combat with you guys next session up there.
We quickly leave and close the door behind us.
Well, I will say on the good side, I probably saved Kinyara's life.
And we tell the guards that we probably shouldn't open this door again.
Hey, on the good side, I'm getting to read letters about slave while you're fighting chimeras.
Just like, oh yeah, that's definitely no. Anyways, Carter, talking.
Hi.
Do you mind if we pick that up next session?
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the end of tonight. Huge story leap for you guys tonight. I'm going to give you 1,000 for the for just the audacity of the jailbreak into the reveal of Supreme Light Solemn.
I do want to say on the audacity of the jailbreak. All I said was, should we? And it didn't even get to plan in Grax's mind, and he was just like, alright!
See, I was like, dude, I'm the first Guardian of the Galaxy. and that jailbreak scene.
Altus had the chance to ask, like, hey, who are you? Any further than just like, oh yeah, I'm just some random blue contractor.
Like, honestly, when she was like, nice disguise, the only thing I was worried about is last time someone noticed my disguise, I was sentenced to death.
No, the last time someone noticed your disguise, we unleashed a horrible evil upon the world.
No. That was the second to last. The last time was when I disguised the sword. So I guess technically it wasn't a disguise. The last time it was the sword. And, I got sentenced to death. So I was just not going to question shit. I was like, hey, you didn't oust me. We're cool. I will say, I saved Kinyara's life by getting her out of there, because she would have tried to fight and she would have died.
I'm going to say a flat 2,000 experience for tonight's session, and,
Is that on top of the first 1,000 you just gave us?
No. Well, actually, I will, I'll give you 2,500. Moving the other one down to, 500 and just 2,500 in general for tonight. And inspiration to Altus. And inspiration to Lumigrax, man.
Yes.
And you know what? Inspiration to Icium of just look at your hand. What's that over there? And that's everything for tonight.
That was a good session.
I haven't updated my XP in like 2 sessions.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, I can message you later throughout the week of like what you missed. Let me go to an end card. I don't remember what the EXP was for last session, but just add this session onto it, and we'll go last session and find out whatever it is.
Can you go ahead and update my experience, Brandon?
Yeah.